me also get something done. So I would love for you guys to introduce yourself. Tell me how old are you, where are you, which country, which city you are in, and also please share if you could have any superpower, what would you like your superpower to be in Jannah, inshallah? So what would you like your superpower to be if you could have any superpower? And in Jannah, you will have them. Cool, you have kittens. Picking yourself. Like okay, so pretty much the worst answer you can give is my superpower will be all superpowers. But I thought that's the worst. Until somebody just said my superpower will be picking superpowers. Like whole time you're just thinking. So type in the chat. Type in the chat. Type in the chat. Come on. Akif, you can do better than all. Pick one. Welcome, Lian, Kenzie. Okay, Rising Heroes. Okay, awesome. Anya to teleport. What is that? Elemental superpower. Okay. Ahmed from Norway. Ice. Okay. And England. My superpower would be Goku. Goku is person. I mean, animated person, not a superpower. I live in Texas. If I can only have one, I'm from California. Rewind time. Maximum. What? You might know me. My name is Ayan. Yes, I think you sound so familiar. Ayan, did I meet you today? You look awfully familiar, like the guy I had, did the podcast with me this morning, afternoon, evening, whatever. Anya is in Daytona. Super strength and invisible courage. My name is Sifat. I'm 9. Read my room. Okay. Amadu, salam alaikum. Want to understand and talk to my cats and animals. My power would be shapeshifting, invisible, sword skill. Oh, you can get that here. I would love to learn sword fighting. I just hope I don't kill anybody or myself because I'm clumsy. Like, oops, I just cut my arm. Yasmin says I'm Zen. Why are you Yasmin? Change your name. Courage, something you can have right now. Right at this moment, you're gonna have to show courage in this class. Okay, guys, so we're gonna have an amazing class. This has very quickly became one of the best or most favorite classes that I have delivered in the past 10 years. So we're gonna have a blast. It'll blow your mind. Even if you have done classes with me before, this is then going to be an incredible experience. I can see some of you have already had that experience last 2 weeks, so some of you are repeating. You're welcome to stay. But I just want to let you know it's the same class that we did 2 weeks ago or a week ago. I've just been repeating these sessions, so I can get better and better at it, inshallah. Okay, I'm gonna turn chat private now so it doesn't distract you while I'm talking. We know this class has 2 rules. One, our first rule is all the cameras need to be on. That's a rule. What happens if your camera is off? You are off. No kidding, right? So a rule is a rule is a rule. So if you want to stay in the class, you're gonna have to make sure that your camera is on. Because in a little while, at some random point, you might find yourself staring at an empty computer screen. Like, what happened? Why am I in the waiting room? Because you are removed because your camera was off. So please make sure you have a camera and it's on all the time. Because it will be randomly that I or somebody else might just remove you. So make sure. And why do I make that rule? Because we want to have everybody's energy in the class. And we see each other. It helps us, motivates us even more. So we want to make sure that's happening. And we don't want to give you like excuses. Oh, am I comfortable with it? Not comfortable? Forget about it. Just turn it on. Stop thinking. Overthinking. Secondly, nobody's sitting on a sofa or a bed. Why is that? Does Sister Ariba hate beds? I love bed, especially mine. But in this class, there is not going to be any sofas and beds that you are sitting on, because we want to make sure we are in the most energetic state to learn. How we are with our body, right? In what state is our body impacts how we think, how we learn, and the actions we do. Let me give you an example. If I'm like let's say you are sitting there on your couch or your bed and you're like, let me get my chair actually to demonstrate this to you. I'm like, oh. Yes, and your mom comes to you and she says, oh, Aisha, Ibrahim, do you want to go for a marathon? What would you say? Arif, get up, get on a table and chair. What would you say? Who would say, no, mom, I don't think so. I don't think I can do it. Right? Most of us are going to be like that. Like, I don't feel like it. Right? But if let's say that you were actually just coming out of a roller coaster ride and you were exhilarated, you're excited, and your heart was beating fast, and you are like feeling on top of the world, and like, I just did this amazing super, roller coaster ride. It was so amazing. And your mom says to you, do you want to go on a run and participate in a marathon? Who's likely now to say yes? Yeah, I can think about it, right? So what happened? Nothing changed. It's the same you. The only thing that changed is your physical state, right? So if I'm like, yeah, it actually changes how I think, right? It changes how I think. So you might sometimes, when you're like this, you will think nothing is possible. When you're in a more energetic way, everything gets a lot easier and seems a lot easier. So that's just how our brain works, how our body works, how our chemistry works. So that's why we want to make sure that nobody is sitting on a sofa or a bed. Okay, everybody? So make sure that you're not sitting on a bed or a sofa. Arif family. Do you hear me? Hello? And I saw somebody else, Rahmat as well. So all those on a sofa or a bed, get up, or you will be removed from the class if I find you sitting on a sofa or a bed. Also, lastly, I want to say, if you are younger than 8, then this class is not for you. Okay, so we would appreciate if inshallah you join next year, because then I don't want to stop talking, I'm obviously, if you're here, that's going to impact how I'm talking to the class, and then that's not really cool, right, for everybody. So please make sure if you're really young, that inshallah you can join next year. That will be best for you and for this class. Very good, our family. Okay. Oh, one more thing. If your name is not your name, it's your mom's name, dad's name, whoever's name, please make sure you fix that up too. Okay? Please make sure that you fix it up and make sure your name is actually showing up, so I don't start calling you by your mom and dad's name on Zoom, right? So for example, Yasmin, it just says Yasmin. I'm assuming it's Zen and Yasmin or something, right? So make sure you right click on your face, not your actual face, your Zoom face, and fix up your name, inshallah. That's okay, Hamza. My brother is at the desert. I'm going to ask you. Okay, awesome. Okay, guess what happened? I have a really, really bad sore throat. So I'm gonna try. I want to cancel this class or reschedule it because I know you guys are very excited about it. And I don't want to break any hearts. So I thought, don't matter what, let's go ahead with it. If I can't speak in the end or in the middle, then I mean, we'll push it as far as we can go, inshallah. And I'll try to do my best to deliver to you. And inshallah, may Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala help us with that. So let's begin. Can you guys tell me what this class is all about? Who can tell me? Anybody? In the chat. Okay, go ahead in the chat. What is this class about? Some people I know, mom just said, who was like that? Okay, tell me, whose mom or dad just told them to go sit in front of the computer, there's a class. Yeah, a bunch of people there, right? Like, I have no idea. Mom just said go. So I went. Very good, mashallah. Obedient children. Okay, go ahead. Learning about Allah, being better Muslims, Hushuar Salah, no, climate change. No. Learning to become unshakable Muslims. That's right, Samisha. So, learning to become unshakable Muslims. What is an unshakable Muslim? Somebody who can't be shaped, acknowledge it. Okay, so what is an unshakable Muslim? Tell me in the chat. What is an unshakable Muslim? Someone who cannot be shaken in their faith, which does not change. Okay, go ahead. Everybody tell me your answers. A person who is close to Allah, close to their faith, somebody who can't be easily influenced by others, especially evil, good faith, someone with unshakable faith. Okay, what else? Doesn't get distracted. Okay, anybody who has trees in their city, trees? Yeah, anybody? Okay, otherwise how would you be breathing, right? Okay, so we have trees, and in my city where I live, there are often like really bad storms. Anybody else has big storms in their cities? Right. So when the storms happen, a lot of these trees shake, right? A lot of the trees shake, and some shake so much, and their roots, the foundation of their roots is weak. So they actually completely fall down, right? Who has seen that happen? Some trees, like I've seen trees fall down on houses, on cars, on streets, taking down entire telephone poles with them, or electricity poles, and then we don't have electricity for days. So those are weak trees, and a storm comes, they're shaken. But there are also trees in every single city which have survived hundreds of storms. Really, the worst storm that city has seen, they have survived it, right? Who has those trees in their city? Yeah, everybody does, because we all have trees in our city which have survived very long time. Some trees have been there since before you were born, since before your parents, your grandparents were born. Really old trees. Imagine how many summers, winters, storms these trees have seen. They have given fruit in all these weather. And the best of trees, Prophet Muhammad SAW taught us, is the tree that gives fruit in all weather, like evergreen trees, right? They're benefiting in summer. In winter, most trees lose their leaves, isn't it? But there are still trees which don't lose their leaves in winter. Some even, bear fruit in winter. So they're still benefiting in one way or the other. The creatures around them, right, are giving us oxygen, giving shelter to animals, giving home to them, giving food to them. On one tree, there could be hundreds of creatures living. And that's a good tree, right? That's an unshakable tree. That's a good tree. That's what we Muslims want to be like. An unshakable Muslim is one who is not shaken by the storms of life. right? Who is like a good tree giving fruit in summer, winter, no matter what happens. Because of what happens to a lot of people when their life is in springtime, everything is happy, everything is going well according to how I want it, then yeah, I'm smiling, I'm good to everybody else. But as soon as my life has a winter, what does that mean? Things are not going well. Maybe I went through some bullying. Maybe I failed an exam. Maybe I'm too stressed about an exam. Maybe I'm having trouble with my parents or my siblings or my family. Maybe there's some financial trouble, whatever. That's a winter where we are seeing a lot of problems. And when they see problems, they're shaken so much, they stop benefiting anybody, right? They're becoming cranky, they're becoming angry, they're becoming mean, right? And that happens, right? I'm sure it happens to all of you at some point. Our goal is to become so unshakable that whether it's summer or winter of my life, I am the same. I'm the same. I'm not shaken by the storms in my life, right? So that's what this class is about, helping you become that unshakable. And also, a lot of the time people, they waver like a tree, where, shake, according to wherever their friends are moving. Like, all my friends are doing this, so I will bend that way. All my friends are doing that, so I will bend my that way. They're just shaken so easily. It's just like, wavered so easily. An unshakable person, no matter what happens, they are standing firm in their place. Right? So who would like to become an unshakable person today? Right? That's what we're going to happen today. That's what's going to happen today. And you're going to be like, but that can't happen in like one class. How is that possible? It is possible. You can begin that journey today, right? When let's say a person who has not raced before, right? When does a person become a racer? When does a person become a racer? When he wins a race? Or when he starts running a race? Yeah, when he starts running a race, right? You're going to become unshakable, not when you are like perfect, right? You're going to become unshakable the moment you start running the race. You start walking that path once you decide that's who I commit to be. That's it. That's it. So that's what's going to happen today, inshallah. We're going to start running that path. Okay. So let me share with you guys, and I know a lot of you who have done a class with me before, who has known me for years, right? Who's meeting me for the very first time ever. Like, who's this crazy lady? She speaks really loudly, laughs too much. So let me tell you a little bit about myself. And all of you, whether you knew me for a long time or you're just meeting me, you're going to learn a lot about me today. And I want to share those stories with you that have been helped me become as unshakable as I am today. So 10 years ago, I decided to launch Emaan Power, right? I decided to launch Emaan Power. But I had no clue how to do it. I love teaching. I'd been teaching for 6 or 7 years before that. I was a software engineer. I was making loads of money, millions, alhamdulillah, leading millions of dollar project, but I didn't know. How do you launch something? How do you teach online? There was no Zoom 10 years ago. And I was so shy about, like, forget about making a video. I was so shy. I hated even sending anybody taking my picture. Anybody comes and takes a picture, I'm like, no, go away. Right? And even my family could not take my picture. Anybody else like that? I was so shy. Don't even, let's say, yeah, some of you are, right? Good to know. So I was so shy. If the teacher in the class asked a question, I was so shy that I would never raise my hand. Like, no, I'm scared. Right? What if I say something wrong? Right? I missed a lot of opportunities because of that. And alhamdulillah, I got over that. That's how I became a software engineer, alhamdulillah. And I started leading these teams. But I was still shy to make videos. And when I launched Emaan Power, I already had a job. right? I had a full-time job. I worked from morning to evening, 6, 7. I'm like, but I have this dream. I want to create, Emaan power, and I want to inspire children all around the globe. I believe one thing that changed, gave me this vision is like I was teaching kids, and I saw you guys are capable of so much more, so much more. But what most of the time children are underestimated, like, oh, you're kids. That never happened in history. It's happening now in the world in the last couple of decades. So I want to make sure I give you the opportunities, help you, show the world the power you have in you. Once again, like you have always in the history. Kids have always done that. Anyway, so that was my mission. And I started down this path 10 years ago to create Emaan power. But I had no clue. I was scared. I didn't think I had time. Like, when am I supposed to do that? Stay up all night and every day work on Emaan power? What am I supposed to do? I don't know. I'm just one person. I'm all alone. And nobody, like, how do I do this? So many fears. So I did best. So I did what I knew best is to do in this situation is to learn, find out, right? So I went and started learning. And I went to one of my teachers who was one of the best teachers I had. And he taught me one story. He's passed away now. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala grant him Jannah. And he taught me one story that completely changed my life. And this story, to honor this, I'm going to stand up again. Normally, I'm never sitting down and teaching. That's just because I'm sick today. So anyway, so he told me this incredible story that completely changed my life. This is a story that I hope, inshallah, will change your life too. And you need a little bit of math skills for the story. So I need a couple of mathematicians to do the math in the chat, inshallah. This is a story of the time of Umar radiallahu anhu, when he was a Khalifa of Muslims. And Muslims were fighting in Egypt. Egypt was not a Muslim country then. There was a war going on. And Muslims were overwhelmed by the Egyptian army. They were getting defeated. They were not winning the war. They were getting overwhelmed. So they asked Umar radiallahu anhu that we need reinforcements. We need more numbers. We need more soldiers if you want us to win this battle. So the general of the army sent a message, a letter to the Khalifa, the president, the king of the Muslims, the Khalifa of the Muslim, Umar radiallahu anhu, asking for reinforcements of 20,000 soldiers. How many? 20,000. Remember that number, okay? So Umar radiallahu anhu, he sent a letter back. He sent in reinforcements. He sent reinforcements to the general. Do you know how many he sent? 12,000 plus 4. Okay, 12,000 plus 4. And he sent a letter with him saying, I have sent you 20,000 soldiers. Now the general is like, where's the rest 7,996 soldiers? They're just 12,004. And Umar radiallahu anhu wrote in the letter something that gave me exactly what I needed, that gave me a purpose, that inspired me so much. Till this day it does. And he said, I have sent you 12,004. But these four, each one of them is better than 2,000 other people. 2,000 others. Like, what? Was that even possible? Do you think he was talking about their muscle power? No. He was talking about their mental strength, isn't it? Their capability, what they were able to, the challenges that they were able to, how much they were able to do. What one soldier can do, what one of these could do, 2,000 others can't do. They are that good. They are that courageous. They are that capable. They are leaders. They are that great at solving problems. They're not stressed and overwhelmed, right? That's how incredible they are. Let me ask you, At school, among other children, are you better than 100 other kids? 2,000 other kids? You would be in uni by now then. Right? You would be in college right now then. But when I heard this, I was like, what? That's possible? That one human being can become better than 2,000 others? It's possible to live life like that? That's a capability a human being has? Then I want that. That's what I want. That's what I need in my life. I'm here struggling, 10 years ago, I was struggling to even do work of one person. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna do this. I don't have time. I don't know how to do it. And I want to do, I'm not even doing the work of one. I want to do like 10, 20. I thought maybe 2,000 is a bit much for me now. Like, let me try to do the work of 10 people, of 2 people, of 20 people. And that's how I did it. That's how I'm here today. I started doing many times more work, not in a way that overwhelms you, completely stresses you out, right? You can't. It's not possible then. If things are stressing you out, you're overwhelmed, you can't actually do work of 2 people or even 1 person. Your productivity goes half, quarter of what you actually can do, 1/10 of what you can do. So it's about a mental strength that you can enjoy, and you can be happy, and you can actually do more than many others, right? Imagine that. And so I started, I like that. If that's possible, I want to learn how do you become that. Obviously, Islam had given them the tools, the strategy. They had learned to do that. I want those strategies. I want that mindset, that confidence, that support system that helps me become that. And if I had just walked that path thinking, maybe I will try to do that, oh, that's exciting, then my motivation could have run down. But I had never thought I want to just do that for me. My mission was I want to do that so I can be teaching you about it today. So I can go and share this knowledge with children all around the globe. So you can become even better than me. You can become even better powerhouses for this month. And so that's what I've been doing. Alhamdulillah, today, Emaan Power this year turned 10. Like maybe some of you turned 10. And Alhamdulillah, we have reached more than 100,000 families all across the globe. You guys are from all around the world already. And mashallah, I remember I used to be shy to take a picture. Now I have, I don't know, over 1,000 videos probably easily. And Alhamdulillah, though I look shy, do I look camera shy to you? No. And I know people are watching my videos while I'm sleeping. Alhamdulillah, somebody's benefiting from my work. That's absolutely such an incredible feeling. So that's actually what I want to talk to you about today, is that when you are actually only doing it because you want to become better, that's great. That inshallah helps you become unshakable. But when you make it a mission to do it, to benefit others, that's when you become a light bearer. That is person who's seeking the light, but is also a source of light for others. It became my passion. I spent hundreds of hours, thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars going to course after course after course after course, teacher after teacher, to learn all these skills. It requires hard work, perseverance, but you can get there. That your work is better than many people. And that's exactly what I want to see you all become, inshallah. So when I see you, that's my story. That's my story. Look at them. They're better than all around them. Alhamdulillah. So we have to become unshakable. This is not a choice, right? Should I not? But it's not just about you. Other people need you to become unshakable. Your mom and dad need you to become unshakable. Your brother and sister need you to become unshakable. Why? Tell me in the chat, why do you think your parents, your mother, your father, Your siblings need you to become unshakable. Tell me in the chat. What would happen if you were not? What would happen if you were, like a person who's a little easily shaken by every problem? You're slamming doors. You're whining all the time. What would happen? Tell me in the chat. So you get a good career. Very good, right? Okay, what else? Like there's literally no. Do the math. 12,000, 4. Why 4? 4 into 2,000. 2,000, 2,000, 2,000, 2,000. 2,000 into 4, 8,000, 20,000. Okay. By the way, where do you live? Okay, Shaitan will push you into bit of doom. That's right. You will be nothing. That's right. So you don't make very bad mistakes, not be afraid of anything. Very good. You would be easy prey to stronger people. Not necessarily stronger people, even weaker people, right? You'll get, you're going to become prey to people. Good. You would be attacked. They will get bad deeds. Your parents will get bad deeds. I don't know about that. Right? But that's your responsibility who you become, right? The parent's son is their son or daughter, is their legacy. They care about their last name. If their son isn't unshakable, they can easily ruin their life. No, it's not about their last name. You are what they're leaving to this world, right? What I taught, what my values were, what my beliefs are, they're investing huge amount of effort, time, love, care, emotions in you, right? And that's what they leave in this world, a source of good deeds for them long after they are gone. So of course, that's going to be all lost. So you have a good job, you would become sloppy, you would be weak, swayed by others. Something happens to your parents. Very good, Yunus. If something happens to your parents, would you be able to stand up for them or help them, be a support for them? Or would you be a person who's always just in need of your parents' support constantly, dependent on them? Would they be proud of you, or would they be absolutely disappointed? Would they be happy, or would they be suffering? Your mother will be in tears all her life, suffering seeing you, always afraid for you, always scared because she knows her child is not unshakable. Okay, good, Zain. Okay, wow, mashallah, this chat is filled. Very good answers, mashallah. Okay, great. Yeah, we would hate that to happen. What about your siblings? Why do your siblings need you to be unshakable? Why do your siblings need you to be unshakable? If you are not unshakable, what would be you? What would you be to your sibling? Would you be a good friend, a good support to them? Would you have a great relationship with them? Or would you resent and hate each other, just be angry at each other? Well, can they come to you for help? Or would you just be a sibling that they can't even talk to? Do your friends need you to be unshakable? Do your friends need you to be unshakable? If you're not unshakable, if you're just easily shaken, are you going to be a good influence on your friend? Are your friends going to be able to depend on you to being a good friend for them? Or they're going to be like, no, there's no point talking to this person. She's always just whining. She's always just complaining. He's always just telling me how life sucks. Your community, your city, your country needs you to be unshakable, right? Because we have so many problems in the world. I need you, this class, everybody in here needs you to be unshakable. The world needs you to become unshakable. Because the more stronger you are, can be a pillar of strength for others, instead of one who needs strength to stand still from other people. So I thought about how do I simplify this in the easiest way for you guys, because obviously there are lots of factors. And the simplest, easiest way I could is 3 things you need to become unshakable. One is how you think. what you focus on. What are the things that you focus on? What are your thoughts constantly that are going to define how unshakable you are or how shaken you are? You're always just thinking with every problem, Allah hates me, nobody cares about me, this is unfair. Of course, you will be easily shaken. How strong is your yaqeen? You might know things, you might understand things, this is how I should be, but you actually don't do them. It's because your yaqeen is in those things is weak. You don't really believe. So yaqeen is really important. And not just yaqeen as like, I believe in Allah. No, I'm not talking about that. Believing in who is Allah. Also, we need great friendships, great companionship. This is not a must, right? Because we know Yusuf alayhi salam, he was in prison for years as an unshakable person. But don't you think having great friendships help you when you're going through difficulties, challenges in life to remain unshakable? Who thinks yes, friends can be a great source of strength? Yeah, absolutely. They are extremely important. Good friends, not friends who drag you down. Okay, so let me tell you, we're going to go forward, inshallah. There's a lot more to cover. But let me just pause here and tell you about Light Bearers program that I'm about to launch tomorrow. Yes. So Light Bearers is a program where we talk, really master these three aspects: our mindset, our yaqeen, and who is Allah, not just I believe in Allah. Didn't Iblis believe in Allah? Who thinks yes, Shaitan believed in Allah? Yeah, he knew Allah existed, right? He knew Allah existed, but did he believe Allah is Al-Haq? Allah is Ar-Rahman? Did he believe that? No. He didn't believe in who Allah is. And so he was lost. So really, strengthening our yaqeen is about that, really understanding, being reminded of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being conscious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, being able to rely on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And the third thing is to build great friendships. Okay, tell me here, honestly, and you can tell me in the chat because I would really love to know. Who here have a little bit of trouble connecting with people, making friends? Okay, let's do it. It's very hard for me to like see what they are. Let me do this. Clear all feedback. Okay, now raise your yellow hand, like your Zoom hand reaction button. Who has trouble making friends, connecting with people? And not just making friends who are temporary, but lifelong friends, right? See, so that's very, very common today, right? It's not your fault. Nothing wrong with you. Nothing wrong with other people. That's how the world is right now. And I bet nobody has sat down. Who had a class at school where you learn how to make friends? Anybody? Nobody, right? So but these are things we have to learn today. And our society is pushing us further away, and we need to learn how to connect. Is there anybody better in this world to teach us to win the hearts of people than the man who's most beloved, the most loved human being in this world? Who is that? Tell me in the chat. That's right, Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam, right? A human being, guys. Like lots of people are saying Allah. A human being. He connected with other human beings, right? He connected with other people. He won the hearts of even his worst enemies, even his bullies, really mean bullies, even people who were trying to kill him. He won their hearts. So obviously he had some ways of talking, of communicating, and connecting with other human beings that won their hearts, and he was a very good friend. He was an amazing friend to his friends. And his friends are an example of friendship for us today. So we got to learn from that, how to make friends, how to be a great friend, how to be in relationships with people. Learning from Prophet Muhammad Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam's characteristics and his secrets. And of course, in all of these, as many of you have done, courses with me, I love competitions, racing to do good deeds. So they're going to be really cool prizes that will have the opportunity to win during this program, inshallah. And we're going to race and have fun and enjoy these challenging competition. There will be classes, live classes in these 3 courses that will do Humble Your Heart. Winner of Hearts is a course that we will do in this. There is another course called Science in the Kingdom of Allah that we'll do in this Light Bearers program. And we'll have classes, plus we'll have these challenges, we'll have projects that you will do, like the Dawa project, like helping the orphans project, and it's up to you how big or small you want to make. Also, as part of this Light Bearers program, it's going to be a bonus course that I'm giving away this time, and nobody has ever done it because it's brand new, and it's called Fly High. Where you're gonna learn to, inshallah, reach even higher, fly higher, right? Earlier, I was asking you guys, what would you like your superpower to be? My superpower that I really want is to fly. So we're gonna learn to fly in this life, not physically, but inshallah, with our aspirations, with our where we get to in life, inshallah. Okay, so if you would like to be part of Light Bearers, all you need to do right now, it's going to open tomorrow. Tomorrow's our big launch, and your parents are welcome to come live and join me for it. You can go to www.lightbearers.com and register for early interest, inshallah. So you'll be the first people to hear about it tomorrow. Okay, so let me tell you something. Now, when I was about a teenager, one day, and I was older than all of you, one day, my mom told me, Ariba, listen to me. Oh, yeah. And I was telling her about some problem I was having, right? And she comes to me and she says, Ariba, listen. Your problems are only going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. And I, your mom, am not going to be able to help you. But they will be so big. Right now, your problems are solved. Maybe I can help you, but your problems are about to get so bigger that even if I want to, will not be able to help you. Now, when she said that, I acted all strong, like, yeah, I don't need, I can manage my own problem. I'm responsible, right? But to be honest, this is how I was feeling inside. I'm like, what? I can't come to my mommy. My mommy can't solve my problems. But that's the truth. Right, guys, that's the truth. Your parents are not always going to be able to help you with your problem. And your problems are going to keep getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And that's amazing. Why? Who plays video games here? Anybody plays video games? Okay, when you're playing a game, when you are at level 1, right? And the very first time you play level 1, is it a little bit challenging? Just a little bit? Right? You're like new, it's like interesting. What am I supposed to do? Maybe you don't win the first time, right? So, but once you master that level 1, you get good at it, you know exactly what to do, where to go, you can do it with closed eyes. And you get to 2, 3, 4, 5, level 19. You are at level 19. Do you want to come back and play level 1 again? Even if like you are not getting any extra resources or bonus. Anybody wants to do that? No, it's why? What is it? What's the word? What would be playing level 1 again? It would be boring. That's right. It would be so boring. Exactly. That's right. Boring. So we don't want to play at the same level. What has happened? What has changed? You learned something from level 1, right? You know exactly what to do. You improved your skill. You know exactly where to make the jump, where to run, what buttons to move, right? You have changed. You have learned. You have become better at it. And your skill is so good. This is too easy. You don't want to do it. Who wants to go on level 20? Exactly. And that's it. That's why your problems are going to keep getting bigger. Because if you are dealing with the same problems in life all the time, same challenges all the time, what is life going to get? Boring. right? Boring. You are not learning anything. You are not getting better at anything. When we are growing is when we feel alive. How do we know something is alive? How do we know something is alive? It's growing in some way, right? It's growing in growth is aliveness, right? Growth is aliveness. So not just breathing, right? Not necessarily just breathing, but it's it's growing in some way. And that's growth. When we are growing is what makes us feel alive. When we stop growing, we're not learning, we're not like becoming better in any way, that's when we start dying. That's when we start dying. Our soul starts dying. Our motivation starts to die. Our soul starts to die. Our heart starts to die. We're just always lazy, demotivated. That's what happens when we're not growing. So growth and the challenges we get in our life help us grow. So Allah is going to send you test after test after test after test. Allah swears by parents in the Quran and children. And He tells us that life is filled with difficulties. I'm like, wow, Allah swears by parents and children? That's right, only one time. Allah does that, and He does that to tell you life is filled with difficulties. But does it mean I constantly have to suffer in life? Life has to suck for me? No. No. Who do you know was the person who was tested the most? Was tested with incredible difficulties. Prophet Muhammad, right? He went through so many challenges. But was he always suffering? No. He was the smiliest person around. He was not suffering through life. He was not suffering constantly. He was striving through his challenges. Who watches superhero movies? Okay, who watched Avengers series? Anybody? Okay, a lot of you did. Okay, now let's go back to the first Avengers movie. And now think about the last one. Which one had the biggest villain? Which one had the biggest villain? Endgame or the first one? Which one had the biggest challenge, right? Thanos was the biggest one. It was in the last movie, right? What is the thing that a hero always needs in order to become a hero? What is the one thing a hero always needs to become a hero? Tell me in the chat, guys. Tell me in the chat. Courage, no. No, he doesn't. Belief, no. Friends, no. No. All this comes later. You guys are right about he needs all these things, but he needs them later. What's the first thing he needs? He needs problems. He needs a villain, right? He needs a challenge. A villain sometimes is a person like Thanos, right? Or it could be a problem like some challenge. Tsunami coming, right? A comet coming to Earth, right? That's a challenge. And when the hero, instead of being like scared, he will be scared and just being that. But actually say, okay, I'm terrified, but I want to go and tackle this villain, solve this problem. That's when he becomes a hero, right? That's when instead of being just a victim, he becomes a hero when he goes up against a problem, when he goes up against a challenge, a villain. And that's why Allah is going to send villains in your life. He's going to send challenges in your life because Allah wants Summer, Rubaitha, Zain, Khadija, Faiz, Aiza, Leon to become heroes, not victims. He doesn't want your soul to die. He wants you to become better than angels. That's what Allah designed you to become. That's your potential. You were designed with the ability, with the capability in you. All of you, Zahra and Zainab and Yasmin and Akram and Sumayya, all of you were given that capability. That's your potential to become even better than angels. And how are you going to get there when you go through each problem? Being a hero instead of being completely defeated by that. Or sinking in sorrow completely, giving up. But when you choose to be resilient, every time the hero goes up against the enemy, the villain, he grows stronger. He grows stronger. He's different now. He has grown. Just like you did level 1, By level 20, you are very different. You are much more skilled. You're growing. Have you ever seen a hero like sitting on the couch, just sleeping all day? That's no hero. Nobody wants to watch that movie or read that comic, right? A hero becomes a hero when he goes up against the problem. He's not stressed and overwhelmed by it, but he takes it on. He may be scared, but he walks with courage. He walks with fear. Courage is not when I am not afraid anymore. That doesn't exist in this world. Okay, you'll always be afraid. Fear is not going away from your life. What will happen if you want to become courageous is you learn to walk with fear. The foolishness we sometimes do is we wait. I'm waiting to get ready. I don't feel ready right now. I don't feel confident. I'm waiting to get confident. What are you thinking? How will you get confident? You're gonna sit there like, confidence, come to me. Fear, go away. That's not how fear goes away. Fear goes away when you take action. When you take action, when you walk with courage, when you walk with fear. Okay, so now I would like you guys to do something, and that is to write down, why do you want to be unshakable Muslims? Okay, why do you want to be unshakable Muslims? But before I do that, or what would happen in your life if you are not unshakable? What kind of a 20-year-old will you be if you're not becoming unshakable today? You don't commit to that today. But before you do that, let me share with you another story. I grew up in India. Actually, I'm right now traveling. I live in Australia. Right now, I'm traveling. I'm actually in India, in the home that I grew up in. Now, but the years I was growing up, I was in, anybody from India here, originally from India? Yeah, some of you are, right? I hope nobody's actually in India right now because it is 3:30 a.m. Okay, so in India, by the way, fun fact, India is the second largest number of Muslim population living here, has the second largest number of Muslims living here. Yet they're very weak. They're very weak. And they're much larger number of Hindus living here. And so Muslims are not that unshakable here, actually, unfortunately, as in a lot of the parts of the world today. So when I was growing up, I was in a school where, obviously Muslims are a small minority here. So if you go to a school, generally, there are not many Muslims, unless you go like Islamic school. And so I was the only Muslim as far as I knew in my whole school, right? Anybody been like that situation where you were the only Muslim? I was the only Muslim girl in my class. And when I entered this particular school, which is, just right around the corner from where I am right now, and this school, I entered that school in year 3, in the middle of the school year, because my family had just moved here. Anybody had to do that? Enter school in the middle of a school year? Was it fun? No, right? Everybody's already made friends. You're just entering in the middle. They already have their groups and everything. So I was like, okay, whatever. I don't know what I was in for. Anyways, I started school, and the first couple of days, I'm pretty sure like the first day, I started hearing whispers. Girls right in front of me, like I'm walking and there are girls talking there. She is one of those people. Those people, Muslims. Oh, she's one of those? Oh, right? And all kinds of things. And they would ask me questions like, so what do you people eat? What do you wear at home? What language do you speak? Like, I'm not an alien. I eat what you eat. I wear what you wear. But obviously, do you think I felt welcome there? No. And they were saying kind of really mean things. So I was really badly hurt. I felt rejected, humiliated. I felt very hurt. I was just 8 years old. So I said, okay, they don't want to be friends with me. It's fine. I'll be fine without them. They all hate me. Fine. It's okay. I don't want to go to them and be humiliated even more. Please, can I be your friend? I'm not doing that. So I didn't make any friends. Then one day, it's not like nobody ever approached me. Like one day, a girl came to me, like, come and have lunch with us. So I went, like, oh, you get Maggie noodles for lunch? That's so cool. Oh, your pencil box. I had this pencil box which had buttons and all things. Like, oh, that's so cool. Your pencil is so cool. So what does your dad do? Oh, I was like, yeah, my dad got it from Germany. Yeah, he travels on. Oh, that's so amazing. You have such great stuff. So how many rooms do you have in your house? What car do you have? And she's asking me all these questions about weighing things, right? And I'm like, is she interested in me or the stuff I have? Does she, she's like so fascinated by my pencil box. Does she want to be friends with me or my pencil box? Right? So I don't think I want to make friends with this girl. Okay, so, and I'm glad, alhamdulillah, that I didn't have that influence and I make friends with her. So I'm back to eating alone, right? And over the years, like sometimes people did approach me, but every time, they don't just having pity on me. They don't really want to eat with me or anything. So I never continue. And so imagine, I used to eat lunch alone every single day at school. I used to sit alone. In my school, kids used to sit in pairs. I was the one who used to always sit alone. And I always felt like nobody wants to sit with me. So I'll find a place where nobody's sitting. I'll in a corner somewhere, go there. And how long did that happen? Not 1 year, not 2, not 3. From year 3 till year 9. 6 years, I ate lunch alone. I was a weirdo in school. Was always eating alone. Even one day, the principal came and saw, like, who's that girl? Why is she always eating alone? Like, why don't you eat with somebody? I was like so scared. I tell the principal. Anyways, I didn't make any friends because I was sure they all hate me, right? Why should I just force myself on them? They don't want me near them. Something happened in year 9. And what happened? A new girl came to the school. And she was, what do you think? A Muslim girl. A Muslim girl. She came in year 9, right? Like people that have grown up in that school, they all know each other. She came in the middle of the school year. A Muslim girl. And she made a lot of friends. She made friends, so many friends with the most popular kids in the school. And all the teachers were loving her, all the kids were loving her. I'm like, what is happening here? I thought they all hated Muslims. I thought nobody wanted to be friends with Muslims. What is happening? This is crashing my brain. Right? And it did completely crash the excuses, the blame, the story filled with excuses that I had made in my head. That they all hate me. Nobody wants to be friends with me. So I don't even need to try to be friends with them because they might hurt me. Why did I make those excuses, that story? Because I wanted to protect myself. I was too scared to go up to somebody and talk to them and make friends. I was terrified. What if they hurt me? So to protect myself, I don't have to take any action. Like I can 6 years at school sucked for me because I was trapped in this story that I made up. That was full of lies that I told myself, excuses, which really were not true. Do you think they all just hated Muslims? No. Do you think maybe some of them had like really bad opinions about Muslims, right? Could they have changed if I had tried? Do you think they could have changed if they have gotten to know me? Yeah, it could have all changed if they had gotten to know me, but I didn't even try. I didn't even bother because I got stuck in my story. Why am I telling you this? Because in some way or another, right at this moment, I can 100% guarantee you, no matter how great your life is right now, there is a story you are telling yourself in which you are stuck. You need to see where that story is that's stopping you from rising even higher, right? Well, that's part of what we do in the Flying High course. So alhamdulillah, that day, obviously it wasn't like, today I'm going to change my life. It took several days, right? And I had to then this whole process took days. It took me a lot of courage. I thought, okay, now I'm going to make friends. But it took a lot of courage. And I remember finally, every day I used to go to lunch, like, today I'm going to make friends. Today I'm going to talk to somebody. Today I'm going to talk. And then my body would shake. And finally, the day I went and talked to some girls, it's like I was shaking with fear. But alhamdulillah, I did. I made some really good friends. And alhamdulillah, by year 11, I was in a different school, but I made so many friends. I became one of the most popular girls in the entire school, alhamdulillah. There were kids coming at the end of the, I finished school from other years, like, can we take a picture with you? I was like, alhamdulillah. And, let me share with you something else. All those years, I didn't used to make dua that Allah help me make friends. I used to make dua. I don't know why. This is the dua that I chose. And I only actually remembered this week when I came to this house. And this last week at Fajr, I remembered this, that I used to make this dua every single time. That, oh Allah, fill the hearts of people with love for me. And I was like, yeah, for years I used to make this dua. And year 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it didn't, I didn't see the answer to this dua. And now, as I remembered this, I got a text message on my phone from some random person, one of your moms. And she said, we love you for the sake of Allah. And I get these messages all the time, constantly on my email, on my phone, all the time from hundreds of people. That I know now is the answer to that dua I was making all these years. That Allah has filled hearts of so many people with love for me. And this is the best kind of love. Because this is not love because of how well I sing or how well I play sports. This is love for the sake of Allah. The best kind of love. Most everlasting love. Right? So alhamdulillah. So, my point is, I shared with you this, one of the most difficult parts of my life. I made some mistakes, and I don't want you to make those mistakes. Inshallah, I want you to learn from my mistake, and inshallah, unchain yourself from these stories that we sometimes tell ourselves. Okay, so I would love for you guys now to sit down and think about this, that what is it where you, what would happen for you if you don't become an unshakable Muslim? So now, how we're going to do this is you're going to take a piece of paper. Okay, take a piece of paper. Okay, and tear it out. No, don't tear it out. Okay, a completely new piece of paper and write the answer to these questions. So I want you to write 10 things that would happen in your life if you do not become an unshakable Muslim. If you are not unshakable. So you see 3 questions on my screen. You just need to answer the first 2 together in one answer with 10 reasons, okay? There's these 2 questions. Focus on these 2. What would happen if you do not become unshakable? Write down 10 reasons. What would happen to your relationship with your parents? Will they love you more or will they love you less? Well, they will always love you, but would they be disappointed? Would you be closer to them? Or in 10 years, you will be even further away from them? What would happen to your relationship with your siblings? In 20 years, what kind of siblings would you be? Would you even have them in your life? Or would they have stopped talking to you? Would you be a support to your parents or a burden on your parents? Would you be a reason of happiness for your parents or a reason of pain to your parents? Good job, Lisa. You guys can share in the chat as well if you want. Would love for some of you to share in the chat too. But make sure it's on the paper. We need that later on. Maza Hadi. I hope you're writing as well, not just eating. Everybody looks like they're in deep thought, mashallah. Would you have friends in your life? I was so shaken by that experience that I made up this whole story to protect myself. I was so scared. And because of that, for 6 years, I didn't make any friends. I had 6 miserable years in school. Would people want to even hang out with you? They'll be like, she's always whining. She's always slamming doors. Would your mom be more stressed out or overwhelmed? Like, you know, she's always going out of control, always slamming doors, yelling at little things. If you keep getting angry at your siblings over every little thing they do wrong, they're not perfect. They are flawed, just like you are. Instead of choosing to forgive them, you're always angry at them. What would happen to your relationship? Would they be your strength, like Harun alayhi salam was for Musa alayhi salam? Would you end up completely alone? How would you be at school? Would your grades be good? Or would you find it really hard to work hard and give up easily all the time? Would you have a job? Would you have the things that you want in life? Or would you always be like, oh, I wish I had this? You could never have that. Would you be happy or miserable? Okay, so those of you who have written, you can share your answers in the chat. And you know, guys, you might be like, why I said sad stuff? Yeah, like there you go, Azim, exactly what I was saying to say, that you're kind of scaring us now. Exactly, that is my point. That's the purpose of this activity. I want you to write this page in a way that this is the horror story of your life. make it extremely painful, that horrifies you. But that's the truth. That's what all things, the worst thing that can happen if you don't become unshakable. Make it a scary piece of paper. Because what happens is people don't think about these consequences and they keep thinking, I'll be fine. I can be mean and angry and, and I'll be fine. And then later, at 20, they find out where they ended up. So I want you to face it right now. Very good, Nizam, mashallah. You won't have hope. You might not have friends. You would even be sad. Make stories up. To make friends. No one will encourage you. You're always be angry at people, right? And no one will encourage you. But are you gonna become somebody who always needs other people's encouragement, right? You're always dependent on somebody needs to come and encourage me. You are like, if all these 10 years of waiting for other people to encourage me, I would really honestly could not have done anything with my life. Your family could be ashamed of you. You cannot even wish for what you have. You're not even trying. Very good, very good. I love it, Nizam. You're not trying at all your dreams won't grant because you are not. You will stop dreaming, guys. You will completely stop dreaming of wanting even things. Yeah. Your relationship will suffer. Sinful. Vulnerable, anxious, negative thoughts. Very good, Zain. You will lose. Absolutely. So what will happen to your relationship with Allah? Would you be a good Muslim, or what kind of a Muslim would you be? You will stay away from Allah, from what He wants you to become. You will lose your relationship with family, parents, sibling. They will see you as a disappointed bird and not be proud. You'll have a lot of guilt. Very good. Very good. That's true. You'll have a lot of guilt of not becoming who I could have been. I would be lonely, would have bad friends. I would hold grudges, create lies to protect myself in my head, that I couldn't find happiness until I work hard, which will be hard in that position. Yeah. Wow, you guys are very smart, mashallah. Okay, so great. Now I want you to take another piece of paper, turn the page, and don't write at the back of this page. Don't write on the back of this page. Okay, first of all, share it out. All out of you, because you're gonna turn the page. Okay, so give me a big smile, change your state, give me a big smile. Okay, so now I would like you guys to write the answer to the to the third question here. Okay, the third question here. So let me cover the first two questions. Third questions. Why, so let me just ask you in a different way as well. Who do you want to become? Why do you want to become unshakable? So now I want you to write down what will happen when you become unshakable. What would happen in your life when you become unshakable? What would happen in your life when you become unshakable? What would happen in your life when you become unshakable? So tell me that in the chat, please. What would happen in your life? What are the great things that will happen in your life when you become unshakable?
Everything will be alright. I'm not afraid to stand alone. Gonna keep my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's.
What would happen? Will your parents
children,
be proud of you?
and now she's a Muslim. Started praying and wearing a headscarf. It was a healing for her heart, struggling with no one to lean on. But with prayer she would be strong. Had a job and then she was laid off. Got a better education and it paid off. She was called for a job that she dreamed of. Close by, great pay, she was in love. They brought her in, told her she's the #1 pick. You got the job, but you gotta lose the outfit. It's a tough position that you put me in, cause I've been struggling with my 2 children. But I continue looking for a job again. My faith and my religion I would never been. Single mother.
Would you have amazing friends who love you? Would you have a great relationship with them? would you be doing really well at school in 5 years?
Gonna keep my head up high, I'm not afraid to stand
That you will
alone.
always be happy.
If a line's by my side, everything will be alright.
Would you be better than 20 people?
Single mother raising her
2000
children,
inshallah.
and now she's a Muslim. Started praying and wearing a headscarf.
Would
It was a
Allah
healing for
love you
her
very
heart,
much?
struggling with no one to lean on. But with prayer she would be strong.
Would Allah
Had a
love
job
you
and
very
then she
much?
was laid
Would
off.
the
Got a better
angels
education
be
and it
bowing
paid
their
off.
heads?
She was called for a job that she dreamed of. Close by, great pay, she was in love. They brought her in, told her she's the #1 pick. You got the job, but you gotta lose the outfit. It's a tough position that you put me in, cause I've been struggling with my 2 children. But I continue looking for a job again. My faith and my religion I will never bend.
I am not afraid to stand alone.
Would kids love to hang out
I
with
am
you
not afraid to
because you are
stand
such a great
alone.
friend?
If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. Everything
Be a strong tree, a great support for your friends. So of course they will want to be with you. Your siblings are gonna love you because you're such a kind, forgiving sibling. Doesn't judge them, he forgives them. The parents, how proud, how happy will their eyes be?
If Allah's by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
Peer pressure, they were insisting, and I was resisting. Some days I felt that my
Very good.
giving
Exactly.
just wanted to fit in. I know when I'm praying and fasting, they be teasing and laughing. So I call on my Lord for the power, for the strength every day, every hour. One day there's a new Muslim teacher, single mom.
Amani, mashallah, is thinking really ahead. He said, you will raise good children, absolutely.
You don't see me sweating when I'm just cracking. Never see me cursing with my pants sagging.
Family will love me, absolutely.
I ride with Allah to the very
There will be lots of people in the world that will love you. A loving, caring family.
not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. Everything will
Very
be
good.
alright. I am not afraid to stand
Family will
alone.
need to worry about you because you are comforting them. Will you be of support for them, right?
If Allah is by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up
I'm a
high.
tough one who can bear their blows. The rest play dumb, they don't dare say no. Scared of being shunned by the peers
Allah
they
has
know,
put
but
you
I
on
ain't gonna
earth
run.
to have a purpose, to become the best I can be. Not only would becoming unshakable make me good to my parents, in my parents' eyes, with also Allah's eyes, and live a good life on earth, being proud of who I am, with tons of friends, tons of success, and loving what I do, and I will have an amazing time in afterlife in Jannah. Yes, absolutely. Right, mashallah. That's why we are here.
Be shown, cause you know I ain't afraid to stand alone.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah is by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone.
Okay.
Everything will be alright.
Okay, everybody stand up, stand up, stand up. Stand up. Okay, some people are like, am I hearing something, sounds or a song? You're not going crazy. They're like, is this what happens when you become unshakable? Like your life starts playing background music? No, I am playing a song. There's no musical instrument, just nasheed, so don't worry. Okay, so guys, I want you to take that dumb piece of paper. Take that dumb piece of paper. You know which one is the dumb one, right? You know which one is the dumb one. Take it, tear it from your book, tear it out, tear it out. Tear out that dumb piece of paper where that horror story where you wrote down all the worst things that could happen in your life if you do not become unshakable. Take it out of your book. Take it out, take it out, take it out. Right. Does anybody here want this life that you have written on that piece of paper? Do you want this to happen in your life? Who wants nothing to do with that life? Who wants nothing to do with that life? Okay, great. Take that piece of paper, which is never, you're gonna make sure that never happens in your life, right? You're gonna live that life because you are today deciding, committing to become unshakable. So take that piece of paper and tear it. Tear it and tell it, I will never be that. Inshallah. Right? I choose to be unshakable. Okay? So, who are you going to be? What you wrote in the next one, right? That's what you're going to make dua to Allah for. Okay, so I would like you, remember what I told you about energy, what I told you about your body, right? You can't make a decision like this when you're sitting like this, which you have been, right? And it's been an hour, mashallah. Look at you guys, an hour, you're still going with such energy. So stand up, and I want you to stand up tall like Superman, like Superman. Now, scientists did some study, and they found out if you stand up like Superman for 2 minutes like this, it makes you feel confident. So stand up like Superman. Stand like Superman. So they studied people, and before going to speeches and things like that, they'll stand up like that for 2 minutes, all right, with their hands on their hips, and they feel confident. Okay, so stand up like that, and I want you to repeat after me. But repeat after me in your own style, okay? So I want you to make your own move. Make your own move. Power move, right? The unshakable move. Because this is the new unshakable you, okay? So I want you to make your own power move for this who you are, this new you are, right? So I'm going to do something like my move. You can make your move. The strong, to show your strength to your body right now. And you repeat after me loudly. It's 4 a.m. and I'm loud. So I think you guys can be loud. Doesn't matter if it freaks your parents out. Okay, ready? Ready? Okay, so let's say it out loud. Let's say it out loud, everybody. Allah designed me. Allah designed me to become better than angels. Okay, it's weird being so quiet. Let me unmute some of you. Who would like me to, who's going to be really loud, I can unmute. Who's going to be really loud, I can unmute. I can't unmute everybody because it gets really noisy. Okay, who else? Raise your hand. Just raise your Zoom hand if you can be loud. So that puts you in the first row for me.
Allah designed me to be better than angels. Design me.
I'm unmuting Kanzi. Okay. Okay. Okay, go ahead. Allah designed me to be better than angels.
Allah designed me to be better than angels.
That's right. I'm unshakable. I'm
unshakable.
unshakable.
I'm unshakable.
I'm unshakable.
I'm unshakable.
Invent your own power move right now. I'm unshakable.
I am unshakable.
I'm unshakable.
I am unshakable.
That's right, that's who you are. Are you that person who gets angry at little things, who whines constantly, who gets shaken by storms of life? Are you that person?
No.
Are you that person? I can't hear you.
No. No.
Are you guys those people?
No.
Then who are you?
We are
Then who
unshakable
are you?
Muslims. Unshakable people.
That's right, we are unshakable Muslims.
We are unshakable Muslims.
Give yourselves a big hand. Give yourselves a big hand. Okay, well done. Okay, we're going to take a 10-minute break. And then I'm going to teach you one of the most powerful strategies. An easy way.
10-minute break and then we're going to have
every single day.
something
so easy that you can do every single day.
That's what she said.
Then that will inshallah help you become unshakable. This is one of the easiest way I found, and this is one of the most powerful ways, something you have to do. You can't be unshakable without it. So I'm going to teach you that after the break, okay? So take a 10-minute break, go chill, and I'll see you in 10 minutes inshallah. Okay, go ahead. You guys are doing really well, mashallah.
जा रहे थे कि चिल करो रिएक्ट मत करो वगैरह
Can everybody please mute themselves back? All those people are unmuted. Jazakallah khair.
Body now. We need y'all to stand tall, everybody now. Come on. All around the world, sing it.
M-U-S-L-I-M. I'm so blessed to be
Okay.
with them. Say
Let's go, everybody
M-U-S.
come
And
back.
I am.
Come on.
I'm so blessed
Come on.
to be with
Come
them.
on.
Say M-U-S.
Come back, everybody.
I'm so blessed to be with them. Say
Come back.
Come on. Yeah.
1 billion strong, all year
I
long.
see some of you are in cars, very dedicated, mashallah.
Never be wrong if we read the Quran, cause it's never been changed.
Come back,
since
turn
day
the
one.
cameras on.
Others may brag, say that we
Cameras
lack,
on,
but
people,
they
cameras
don't
on,
know
cameras
the
on.
power we had, the power we had, the power we
Everybody
had.
make sure
So
you have a
Muslim
glass
woman,
of
don't you ever
water
feel
with
sad.
you.
Come on.
Take many looks,
Or a big
go
bottle of
read
water
their
with me.
books. You'll see all the facts that your friends overlook. So always
You
be
are
proud,
going
you
to
can
be
say it
proud.
out loud. I'm proud
So
to
we
be
have been
down
here
with
for
the Muslim
almost
crowd.
2 hours.
Say it. Come on.
I'm so blessed.
Isn't that incredible?
M-U-S.
Right? People think, oh, kids not there for that long. But look at you guys. You are going so well, becoming unshakable already. And your resilience already, mashallah. So I would like you guys right now to stand up. Why? Because we are going to right now energize ourselves. Why? Because, okay, we are doing super well. We want to take it up a notch right now. And we remembered I was talking so much about energy in the beginning, right? That was not a talk about sofas. There was a reason I was telling you. So that helps you understand that when I'm maybe down or my energy might start sinking if I'm sitting for too long, that's what starts to happen. My brain starts to get overwhelmed. So what I need to do is quickly refresh myself, re-energize myself. That's how, right? Normally I would have actually done this earlier in the class, to energize you earlier, keep your energy high. But mashallah, we were going so well, so I actually forgot about it. I don't think you needed it. But we are here, so we're going to re-energize ourselves so we can, inshallah, take in the rest of the part really powerfully. So can everybody please stand up? Please stand up. We're going to play an energizing game right now. Some of you are quite familiar with it. Or champs at it, right? Okay, stand up, turn your cameras on, Sumaya, Yunus, Zain, Malik, Malaika, Ilham, Hassan, turn your cameras on. Isa, Arif, Abdul Rahman. Okay, cameras on. Okay. Ibrahim, I can see you. You're on a bed. Get up. Find a table and chair, please. You cannot break the rule. Otherwise, I'm not going to give you the good news I was going to give you. Okay, that's better. Okay, so ready? We're going to play an energizing game. You need a competitor for this, okay? So I want you to select a worthy challenger. Who is a worthy competition for you? Maybe it's somebody in your room right now. It could be even your parent, your sibling, or somebody on Zoom. So select who that is going to be and type their name in the chat. Who is a worthy challenger? Fast. Quickly. Who's a worthy challenger for you? Type their name in the chat. Me. My sister, okay? Aiza Zen. Aqib Maliha. Okay. Amadu Faiz. Lots of people are challenging Faiz. My sister. Let me open chat so you guys can just see it. Kanzi. Rumaisa. Mahin. Nipa has challenged her sister. Ibrahim, Legend of the Night. I mean, that's a really lame challenge, Ibrahim. He says challenging his mom. Awesome. Ibrahim, Amadu. Okay. Let's see if you can last. Okay. Come on, pick somebody. Okay, great. Lots of people are challenging you first for some reason. You seem like a good competition. Okay. So what are we going to do? You are going to look at the person you just challenged. Look at that person in the eyes and tell them, I am going to beat you. Tell them, I am going to beat you. That's right. Great. Okay. Okay. Khandil, stand up, stand up. Okay. Okay. Sifat, who are you challenging? Zehra, stand up, stand up. I can see you guys. You know that, right? Zara, stand up. Okay. So now I would like you. This is how we're gonna play. So when I tell you to jump, you are going to run as fast as you can. It's a mental and physical game. Okay? So keep up with it. When I tell you to jump, you're going to run as fast as you can. When I tell you to run, you're gonna box as hard as you can. When I tell you to box, you're gonna jump as high as you can, okay? So let us begin.
Right.
Bismillah.
Everybody now.
Ready?
We need
Ready?
to stand
Ready?
tall, everybody now.
Ready to
Come
go?
on. All around the world singing.
Okay, let's begin. Let's begin.
So blessed to be with them.
Run!
Y'all, everybody now. Come on.
I'm so blessed to be with them. Say M-U.
Box!
I'm so blessed to be with them. Say
Okay, box! Let me spotlight the best one. Jump!
Yeah.
1 billion strong.
I'll spotlight the best one. Very good, Zen.
Even in Hong Kong.
Run!
We'll never be wrong if we read the Quran. Cause it's
Box!
never been changed since day one. Others may brag, say that we
Jump!
lack, but they don't know all the power we had. The power we had. The power we had.
Box!
So Muslim
Very good! Very good! You guys are doing really well. And Madhu, Zehra.
You'll see
Nizam, awesome. You can go faster.
So always be proud. You can
Can you fly? Can you jump so high like you're flying?
M-U-S.
Say it.
Run!
I'm so blessed.
Everybody now.
Say M-U-S.
Star jump! Star jump! Very good, Khalida. Star jump like a jumping jack. Like a jumping jack.
Come on, y'all. Y'all.
Jumping jack.
They look at me
There's a jumping
strangely,
jack.
like I emit some type of
Can you
energy
touch your
that
nose and jump?
disbelievers towards me, thinking to themselves what makes them different than me. Is it the hair, the clothes, or maybe the food he eats? What could it be?
Box!
That makes the cat stand at attention. His demeanor's peaceful, and on his face is clearly written that this ain't the sort of brother caught
Box!
up in this and that, running streets, carrying heat. Yo, he ain't into
Very good. Come on, Sabat.
but some type of criteria that make him to the average cat quite superior.
Run!
So maybe one of these days I get near enough, play the Nessie Drew, this mystery, and clear it up.
Come
So
on,
listen
come
up
on,
if you
everybody.
think this is
Very good,
strange, because
Zan.
he's the type of thoughts that used to run through new shahada's brain.
Ibrahim.
And I've been witness to the one with 99 names, inshallah, I will always remain. Come on.
Breathe faster. Big higher. You defeat your brother. Jump! Jump!
So blessed to be with them. Say
Yeah,
Jump!
everybody.
I'm so blessed to be with them. Say
Box!
Everybody now.
Run!
Don't know about you.
Okay, I'm gonna go really fast now.
I'm proud to
Box.
be rolling Islamically everywhere
Jump.
I see, even on TV. People talking
Run.
trash about the way I
Box.
be, but what they
Jump.
all hate is if we get great.
Khalil,
They know we're the
Khalil.
ones with our heads on straight.
Yeah.
Don't ever frown with your head
Box.
looking down. If you read the Quran, you're the best in the
on.
town. Y'all
Very
have
good,
doubts and we
Farhan.
have no clout, but within a few years, see how we've come about. We're back on the scene,
Come
the
on,
number
number
one
one
team.
team.
I'm proud to be down
Jump.
with the Muslim League.
Stand it
Box.
up, y'all. Around the world now. Come on. We be with them.
Run!
Bring it now.
Can you touch your feet and run?
Billion strong.
Or jump?
Come on. Let's bring it on.
be with them. Say M-U-S. I'm so blessed to be with them.
VADC and Maryland, you know,
I lost
we be
sprint,
with them.
everybody.
Come on now, from
That's the
Philly to
clash.
Jersey, up to New York, you know,
Let's
we be with
energize
them.
ourselves.
Muslims at LA,
Come on,
UK,
Muslims.
and Dubai. You
Who's
know,
feeling
we be
blessed
with
to be
them. Come
among
on,
the
y'all.
Muslims?
Detroit, San Fran, and Dar es Salaam. Yes, you know, we be with them. Spin the globe.
Okay,
There goes Turkey
very
and
good.
Germany. Yeah, you know, we be with them. Check it out.
Awesome.
Elvis, Joe Berg, and Canada.
Mind-blowing energy of this class. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. Give yourselves a big pat on the back. Well done. I love you guys. MashaAllah. Very good. That was awesome. Mind-blowing. Who defeated their challenger? Drink some water. Drink some water. Wow, we are energized. We are like almost 2 hours and look at our energy. Look at our energy. Who can do that? You guys can, because who you are unshakable. You've already built such resilience, mashallah. Okay. Okay. I don't know who actually won. Only Allah knows. And okay. So let me just see. How do I get myself back on the speakers? uh, okay. Great. Now all the focus is on me. Okay. So let me teach you one of the fastest, easiest, best ways to become unshakable. Now, okay, I need to drink some water. You guys drink yours. Have some water, Madhu. Okay, I feel better now. and I'm supposed to be sick right now. I have a fever and a sore throat. But that's what happens when you become unshakable. These things don't shake you easily. Okay. So when as a human being, we are just human beings, right? And we have shortcomings. One of our shortcomings is that we cannot focus on everything happening at once. Can we? No. Let me give you a demo of that. Okay? I'm gonna show you guys a little video and let's see if you can notice something. Let's see how good is your attention. Okay? So this is what you're supposed to do, okay? You're supposed to count how many times the players wearing white pass the basketball, okay? So keep focus on that. Let's see if you can pay attention on every single player wearing white. And count how many times do they pass the ball. How many did you count? How many did you get? 15. Who are 15? Who saw the gorilla? Okay, who did not see any gorilla? You can see there are a bunch of people who didn't see any gorilla. Like, I guess those who did see the gorilla were not focusing on the ball. They clearly did not get the right count. Okay. So there is the gorilla right in the middle, and a lot of people, right? This is a scientific experiment. A lot of people, like just in this class, a lot of people didn't even see the gorilla. I didn't see the gorilla. Let me show you another quick video for all the smarty pants here. Like, oh, I can focus on every single thing at every single second. Okay, let's see. Where is my screen? Sharing my screen. Is that right? That's what you guys saw? Did you? What? This person is not the same person, not even wearing the same clothes. What? Right? So actually, it's not possible for us to constantly focus on every single thing happening, even if it's happening right in front of our eyes. We don't notice it all. That's not possible for a brain to focus on everything that's happening, even if it is right in front of your eyes. So do you wonder what actually you might not be noticing about your life right now? Right? Okay, let me tell you what you're missing, especially when we have problems. When we have problems, then our brain knows in that, when you have a challenge, it's a problem I need to focus on. Otherwise, this problem could, overtake my life. It could destroy me. It will never go away. I will lose something. I will never have something. Our fears start taking over there. But fear is like, I will never have something, or I will lose something, or I will have less of something, or I think this problem is gonna last forever. Write it down. By the way, I hope you guys were making notes. I forgot to mention, make sure you're making notes or you're not really learning anything. So when we have problems in life, a lot of the time you start thinking, this is it, this problem will take over my life. There is no problem that lasts forever. No problem. No problem will last forever. Every problem ends, every joy ends, everything ends, except Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. So remember that. And no problem is going to destroy you. No problem has that power. Allah doesn't send those kinds of problems in your life. Anyway, so when we have problem, our brain starts automatically becoming super laser focused on one thing. What is that? Who are you starting to become really automatically focused on? The problem, right? But also you're focused on someone, especially. Who are you focusing on? Who are you focusing on? No, not necessarily Allah. Who are you thinking most about? Yeah, exactly me. Me. What will happen to me? I will lose this. I will never get good grades. I will never be this. I will never have that. I will never have those friends. My sibling, my life just sucks. My siblings are just this, my son that. My mom just doesn't love me. Nobody cares about me. Me. Alright? We are focused, we are getting like hyper focused on what we don't have, right? On ourselves and what we are about to lose or what we will never have, right? But imagine, tell me guys, you are smart people. How can you ever be happy if you're always only focused on what's missing in life? Can you ever be happy? No. Right? Let me give you a demo, right? Who has a really cool pencil here? Has a really cool pencil? Yeah? Show me your pencils. Wow. You guys have some amazing pencils. So great. Oh, look at Zed. He has multiple colors there. Zed has a multicolor one. Wow. You have a rubber, a really nice blue. Amadu, Zara, Nepa. Wow. You guys have really amazing pencils. I don't even have a pencil. All my pencils are back home in Australia. I don't have a pencil right now. My life just sucks. I don't even have a pencil. Why don't I ever get good pencils? I hate my life. I don't have a pencil. Everybody gets a pencil. I never get any pencils. All my friends have pencils. Okay. You like my acting? Wasn't that good? I can do better than that. Okay. So tell me. Let me try a different way. Was I happy then? Clearly not. Was I grateful then? Was I focusing on what I have or what I don't have? What I don't have, right? So let me try a different way. Alhamdulillah, I don't have a pencil right now, but I have had some great pencils in my life. I had one which had, multiple lids from it coming from it. Alhamdulillah, right now I don't have one, but I love seeing all your pencils, and I'll make dua to Allah. Allah, please give me amazing pencils like all these great pencils. And I don't have a pencil, but I have a keyboard. I can type. Isn't that great? That's amazing. Alhamdulillah, Allah has blessed me with this cool keyboard which has lights in it. I'm so happy that I have that. Now, am I focusing on what I have or what I don't have? What I have. Am I happy? Am I grateful? Can I ask Allah for more pencils? Yes. Is it ungrateful if I ask for more pencils? No. It's not ungrateful. Right? That's the way to make dua. Lots of people make dua like this. Allah, you never give me anything I like this time. My life sucks. Right? Like, do you think Allah is pleased when He sees that or hears that? Like, you're just completely rejecting everything He's given you and like, now give me something. You have never given me anything. Right? That's not the way to make dua. The way to make dua, to powerful dua, is you acknowledge what you have, right? As much as you can. And Allah will never let any difficulty enter into your life without giving you some blessings, without giving you ease. That will never happen. That is never going to happen, right? And in fact, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given us the happiness formula in Surah Duha, where He teaches us what to focus on when you are going through difficulties. Because if you only focus on what you don't have, instead of what Allah has blessed you with, you're only focused on yourself, not actually, if you want to break that, you focus on other people. How I can be of help. Yeah, I don't have friends, but let me see how I can help other people. Yeah, I'm struggling with math, but I can help other people who are weaker than me. You might get better just because of that, right? Allah helps those who help others. And it brings your focus out of yourself. So gratitude is the key to happiness. Gratitude and fear cannot exist in your heart together. Why is that? Why is that, Isa? Can gratitude and fear exist in your heart together? No. What is fear teaching you, Azim? Tell me in the chat. What is fear telling you? What's the message fear is saying? You don't have this, you're going to lose this, you will never have that. What's focusing you on? What you don't have. What is gratitude getting you to focus on? What you have, right? You can't do both at the same time. You can't do both at the same time, right? We talked about focus a second ago. So you have to choose what you focus on. Gratitude helps you focus on what you have, not what you don't have, right? And that's why it makes you overcome your fears. And anger is the same thing, right? Anger is making you focus on what this person didn't do or and gratitude is helping you focus on appreciating that person, right? So even if we had more time, I would tell you more stories. But there have been so many times in my life I thought like this is like the worst thing that can happen to me, and it turned out to be one of the best things that ever happened to me. And I'm sure if I can't tell you, you can go and ask your parents. They might have some stories, or your grandparents. They might have some stories how their worst times in their life turned out to be later on, if they were patient, to be greatest things that ever happened to them. So what the question we constantly need to be asking to change our focus is, what can I appreciate about this right now? Okay, let me show you something. I have iPhone right now. A while back, I had a Note phone, which was really expensive, like $1,000, and I broke its screen. The day I broke its screen, I was so sad. I was like, oh, I broke my screen. Oh, it's gonna cost me so much. I know, like my brother had the same phone, and it cost him like $400 or $500 to replace its screen. Like, oh no, and I need my phone. I make videos on my phone. I have stuff on my phone. I need it, and I don't have time like to go to the mall, get it fixed. Oh, it was like, too much. So anyways, prayer time came, and I went to do my setup, right? I was obviously kind of a bit shaken there, right? By that storm, right? I'm thinking I will never have this phone. I'm gonna have less of my money. So, anyways, I go and I do my salah. And after salah, what do we do after salah? Run back to the computer? No, we sit there and do what? Dhikr, right? Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah, Allahu Akbar. So I was doing my dhikr and I said, Subhanallah, how perfect is Allah. And I kept repeating it and repeating it and repeating it as we do. And that reminded me, that changed my focus. I was focusing on how horrible this is. And now I'm focusing on how perfect is Allah. Everything Allah does is for me. It's not happening to me. It's not a punishment of Allah to me. Allah is never going to just send horrible things in your life right now just because He wants to punish you. Never. That's never going to happen in this life. That's for next life. Even if bad things happen to me now because of my mistakes, it's to help me learn, to get better. It's for me. Right? Let's say if I'm cheating in an exam. I'm always cheating. And I get caught. And I get punished. Was it better that I get caught for me? I had consequences, or would it have been better that I never get caught and I kept cheating? Who thinks it was better that I got caught and punished? Rest of you don't think so? What would have happened if I hadn't gotten caught? I would have continued cheating. Would I have learned anything? I would never have learned anything, right? I would go to work, I would go to my job, and I would like, what do I do now? I would embarrass myself in an interview because I wouldn't know how to answer questions. So sometimes having consequences that's actually Allah's favor to you, to help you, to correct your course, right? It's not just because Allah hates you. It's never because of that. Allah is always going to be merciful to you. That ultimate punishment, that's just punishment, is in hellfire, not here. Anyways, so this phone broke and I'm like really sad, but I said Subhanallah and it shifted my focus on how even my phone breaking is actually perfect for me right now. Why? I have no idea. But I trust Allah, I believe in Him, I have yaqeen in Him, right? Remember I talked about yaqeen, and now I'm shifting my focus. This is good for me. Then I said Alhamdulillah. And then I started remembering all the moments me and my phone have spent together. All the YouTube videos I've watched and made. All the pictures I've taken on this phone. And I remember the day I bought that phone. I was so happy that day. So grateful. I was so grateful that day I made a video. It's still on Facebook. Anyway. And then I said Allahu Akbar. I still have a problem. My phone is still broken. Right? So I said Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar. And I'm repeating it. What does that mean? Allah is the greatest. Allah is greater than any problem you can have. A person, normal person, an easily shaken person sees a problem. They're like, this problem is so big, that's gonna kill me, right? That's gonna destroy me. That will overcome me. A Muslim sees a problem and he says to the problem, Allahu Akbar. Allah is greater than you. Allah is greater than you. Allahu Akbar. There is no problem in your life that is greater than Allah. So I rely on Allah. Allah is going to help me. So, did all my phones still broken? Yeah. But was I sad, anxious, stressed out now? No. I was far more equipped, far more stronger, and happier to deal with my problem, right? Instead of being like, oh, sucking, be miserable, and I still have a problem, right? And I can't do anything else because I'm just stressed out the whole day. I'm cranky and I'm slamming doors and I'm yelling at people. No, none of that happened that day. Right? None of that happened that day. But it would have if I was stressed out. So, okay guys, so we're gonna do a little activity to end this class in a happy note. This is my beautiful gift to you for being such awesome students today. So I would like you guys to take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. Calm yourselves. I call this activity a happiness blast. Are you guys ready for a happiness blast? Who's ready for a happiness blast? Okay, some of you have done this, so you know how cool this is. Okay, so we're gonna do this in a closed, like we're gonna close our eyes. Why are we closing our eyes? You don't have to do closed eyes normally when you do it, but now because you're gonna get distracted by watching everybody else in the class, you're gonna close your eyes so you can focus. So close your eyes, everybody. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in and a deep breath out. We have done so well today, mashallah. How many children in the world can sit for 2.5 hours almost, mashallah? You guys can because you're unshakable. Okay. Now I want you to time travel in your mind into your life and go back to a moment in your life when you felt proud of yourself. Any moment, it could be yesterday, a year ago, small moment, big moment. A moment when you felt proud of yourself. It's right now. You have the moment. I want you to see that moment as a movie happening in front of you. Step into your body. Like you become that, back in that moment. You're living it again. Live that moment again. Enjoy it again. Feel what you felt then. See what you saw then.
Give thanks to Allah for the moon and the stars. Praise Him all day for what is and what was. Take hold of your
Let's think of another moment. A moment when you felt grateful, very happy. Any moment. Feel what you felt then. See what you saw then. Enjoy this moment again. Who was there?
give thanks to Allah.
Was somebody smiling? Were you smiling?
Praise Him all day
Somebody
for
say something?
what is and what was.
How did you feel?
Take hold of your Emaan. Don't give in to shaitan.
Let's find another moment, a third moment.
Believe, please give
A moment when you felt love.
Allahu Ghafoor, Allahu
A moment when you felt love
Allahu
in your heart.
Muhsinin wa khaliquna wa raziquna wa huwa
You loving somebody, someone else loving you. A loving moment.
Allah is Ghafoor, Allah is Rahim, Allah is the one who
Feel that love right now.
Muhsinin. He is our creator, He is our sustainer, and He is the one who is powerful.
Okay, open your eyes. And I want you to put your hand on your heart. Feel your heartbeat. Do you know how long this heart has been beating in you? Since before you were even born. It was beating when you were inside your mother. That's how she knew you were alive. So when you were sad that day, when you were alone, you were crying, you were happy, you were excited, any day of your life, this heart was beating inside of you. When you thought nobody cares, Allah was making your heart beat inside of you. Like it is right now with the permission of Allah. Touch your eyes. Think about all the faces you have seen with your eyes. All the smiles. All the colors you have seen with these eyes. All the animals, flowers, the most magnificent things you have seen with your eyes. What were the most magnificent things you have seen with your eyes? flowers, mountains, beaches, movies. Allah gave you these two eyes. Alhamdulillah for your eyes, right? Alhamdulillah. So do you always have something good to focus in your life? Something incredible? Right? Who feels really happy right now? Who feels really happy right now? Okay, tell me with the emoji reaction button how you feel right now. I want to see some hearts, some party. Tell me in the chat, how do you feel right now? Exactly, that's right, mashallah. Alhamdulillah. That you can do this anytime. Count your blessings, right? And bring joy in your life when you focus on being grateful to Allah. That's one of the most powerful way to become unshakable, right? And alhamdulillah, you have begun that path. You have begun that path already. You have already stepped in that road. Okay, guys, so that's the end of our class, right? You have done really well. So if you're feeling a little bit tired now, you can be like, yeah, that's awesome, tired. I want to feel this tired every day of my life when I've worked that hard, right? There are people who don't do anything and they're like sitting in front of the computer like, I'm tired. You did hard work today. MashaAllah. That's how we want to live every life. Like born tired, but had a great achievement. Like I lived a great day today. I grew today. I learned today. I became an unshakable Muslim today. So we're gonna play Game Kit now. So those who want to stay and play, those who don't, that's okay. You can go. And I want to remind you again about light bearers. So who would love to join light bearers and have some great times with us, make some friends among Muslims? Who would like to be a light bearer? That's right. So all you need to do, mashallah, wonderful to see all your hands up. Make sure you sign up to go to thelightbearers.com. You will get the link in the email as well. And inshallah, it opens tomorrow. Tomorrow, the big launch event. And make sure you register ASAP. All you need to do, only one thing you need to do, is nag your parents. Right, to register you. That's all you gotta do. Okay, and I would love to see you. And so what? Let's play a game now. We're not. Alright, I forgot. So make sure you thank Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for the great time you had. Make sure you thank your parents, right? Who had a great time in the class today? So make sure you thank the person who told you to go sit in front of the computer today. And you didn't even know what the class was about. So give your mom or your dad, whoever told you, a big hug and thank them for this incredible experience you had. Maybe some of you made a bit of a fuss before joining today's class and you're happy now. So make sure you go give them a big hug and thank them because they deserve it. I'm not kidding. Get up, get up, get up, get up, get up. Get up right now. Go give them a big hug and say thank you. I mean, seriously, you shouldn't be shy hugging your parents. Right? She deserves it. Go thank her. Go, 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 go. Okay, and I would also love to hear from you what you loved about this class. So here is a link where you can go and leave a message for me, and I would love to hear. Okay, let me go to Gimkit. In the meanwhile, you guys can go to that link and leave your message for me about what you enjoyed about the class. What did you learn? Don't just tell me it was great. I know it was great. I would love to know what was great about it for you. Okay, so that's Unshakable. We're gonna play. What should we play? Farm Chain. Fishtopia. Let's play tag. That's 4 minutes. Normally I pull, right? I'm not pulling these classes. Okay, a link is in the chat. We'll play tag domination. How do you play this? How do you play this is okay, so where basically you will see the rules right here. You need to answer questions. There will be a little button on the left corner of the screen to get energy. If you're frozen, you can't move, that's because you don't have energy. So you need to go here and answer questions. How do you tag someone? Okay, so okay guys, so Shayan, can you stand still for a second? Shayan, wait. You just keep running. Okay, I will try with somebody else. Okay, Sami, stand still. Sami, stand still. Okay, so how do you tag someone? Look at me and Sami. So if I need to tag him, I can only tag somebody who's on the opposite team and their name will be in red, okay? So if I want to, why is everybody just coming here? Go away. So if I want to tag Sammy, I just go touch him, okay? Just like that, I just go touch him. Jazakallah khair, Sammy. Now you can hang around. Okay, so you just need to go touch them. Right now the game hasn't started. We are in the waiting room. When it tells you that you are on tag team, just look on the right corner. It will tell you if you're on tag team. You get 45 seconds to be on each team, and then it changes. Okay, so let's begin. Link is in the chat. If you have
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not
Okay, so first I should answer some questions, get some energy, or reduce energy. What happened there?
everything will be alright. I am not afraid to stand alone. Gonna keep my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's by my side, everything will be alright.
Work with fears on the art. Walk with
Single
fears.
mother raising her children, and now she's a Muslim. Started praying and wearing a headscarf. It was a healing for her heart, struggling with no one to lean on. But with prayer she would be strong. Had a job and then she was laid off. Got a better education and it paid off. She was called for a job that she dreamed of. Close by, great pay, she was in love. They brought her in, told her she's the #1 pick. You got the job, but you gotta lose the outfit. It's a tough position that you put me in, cause I've been struggling with my 2 children. But I continue looking for a job again. My faith and my religion I would never bend.
I am not afraid to stand alone.
Okay.
I am not afraid to stand
I don't
alone.
know.
If Allah's by my
Oh,
side,
I didn't make these question answers.
everything will be alright. I'm not afraid to stand alone.
Solve their problems
Keep
themselves.
my head up
And
high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's by my side, everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head up high.
So we can excel with some problems.
If Allah's by my side, everything will be alright.
Okay, I'm on the running away team.
Peer pressure, they were insisting,
I will hide.
and I was resisting. Some days I felt I was giving, just wanted to fit in.
No,
I know when I'm praying
no.
and fasting, they be teasing and laughing. So I call on my Lord for the power, for the strength every day, every hour. One day there's a new Muslim teacher, single mom and the people respect her. Just seeing the strength I get stronger. They can break my will no longer. You don't see me sweating when they joints cracking. Never see me cursing with my pants sagging. I ain't never running, yo, I'm still standing. I ride with Allah to the very end.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone.
Okay, I'm coming after you.
I am not afraid to stand alone.
Glaive dominoes. There you go. Reem,
I'm
Mesa.
not afraid to stand alone.
Okay, got
If
you. Reem.
Allah's by my side,
Who's Khadija, where are you going?
keep my head up.
This
I'm
way.
a tough one
This
who can
way,
bear their
Khadija.
blows. The rest play dumb, they don't dare say no. Scared of being shunned by the peers they know, but I ain't gonna run. I ain't
Oh,
scared
Glaive,
no more.
come here, come here.
These
Come
sisters
here.
be
Thank
resolute,
you.
never stress when the rest say they wasn't cute. And I get the respect of the other youth. Come best with the
Tommy,
trust,
Moo,
you
what
know
are you
that's the
doing
truth.
there? Oh,
These
Khalija's back
sisters is
again.
strong, gotta hand it down. So me, I'm a brother, gotta stand my ground.
Have
I
any
ain't
energy,
gonna
I
shut it
guess.
when the gang's around.
Oh,
Peer pressure,
Abdullah.
whatever, it's my planet
Azim,
now. Others may
hello.
fall, I'ma hold my own. With the help of Allah, I'll be strong as stone. And I'ma be brave, let Islam be shown. Cause you know I ain't
My
afraid
God,
to stand
Alexis.
alone.
I am not afraid to stand alone. I am not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's by my side, I am not afraid to stand alone. Everything will be alright. I am not afraid to stand alone.
Got my energy is
Keep
full.
my head up high. I'm not afraid to stand alone. If Allah's by my side,
This is perfect.
everything will be alright. Gonna keep my head
Oh,
up
no,
high.
Simon's coming after you.
I'm not afraid to stand alone.
Oh no.
If Allah's by my
You
side,
not be able to catch me on team. No way. Abdullah got me.
Gonna keep my head up high.
Oh, so sure. Okay, cute. Oh,
If Allah is by my side.
okay. Oh well, my team didn't win. Okay. Echo team wins. Amadou, Glaive, Khaliza, Zed, Reem, Zerol, Zena, best gamer ever, Maxwell, Zahla, Our team won. Congratulations. Great guys, it was fun teaching you. I had a great time and I loved you guys. I loved your energy, your performance, your participation. Thank you for being such amazing students. Inshallah, I'll see you next time in Light Bearers. Assalamu alaikum.